Your brain is lying to you right now, not metaphorically. Literally, the same system wired to keep you alive is quietly steering you away from everything that would make your life better. And the worst part, you can't feel it happening. But here's what neuroscientists discovered that changes everything. Your brain doesn't choose what feels good. You can. Think about the last time you had to do something hard. Maybe it was a workout, a difficult conversation, studying when you'd rather scroll. You felt resistant, that heavy, almost physical pull away from the task. That wasn't laziness, that was biology. Your brain has a built-in reward system. It's called the dopamine pathway. And for most of human history, it worked perfectly. It rewarded you for eating, for connecting with people, for solving real problems. But here's the thing, that system was designed for a world that no longer exists. It was built for scarcity, for a world where sugar was rare, danger was real, and social rejection could get you killed. Today, you live in a world of infinite easy rewards. Junk food, endless scrolling, instant entertainment, constant notification. Your ancient brain, it has no idea how to handle this. Every time you pick up your phone instead of your textbook, you're not making a choice. You're following a neurological script that was written thousands of years ago. And right now, that script is running your life. But here's the thing nobody tells you, that script can be rewritten. Let's get one thing straight. Dopamine isn't a happiness chemical. I know, you've heard that everywhere. It's wrong. Dopamine is an anticipation chemical. Here's what that means. When you crave something, chocolate, a notification, a compliment, dopamine is already flooding your brain. Not when you get it, before you get it. A 1998 study by neuroscientist Wolfram Schultz at Cambridge showed this clearly. When monkeys learned that a light mint juice was coming, their dopamine didn't spike when the juice arrived. It spiked the moment the light turned on. The reward wasn't the juice. The reward was the prediction of juice. Read that again. Your brain doesn't get excited about what you have. It gets excited about what it expects to get. This is the exploit. This is the gap that your phone, your social media feed, and every fast food ad in the world is hacking right now without your permission. They're not giving you dopamine hits. They're training your brain to expect them, constantly, from easy sources. And every time your brain expects an easy reward and gets it, the hard things in life feel harder by comparison. Neuroscientists call this dopamine downregulation. Your baseline drops. Things that used to excite you, a good book, a conversation, a long walk, start feeling flat. You're not broken. You're just calibrated for the wrong world. Here's where it gets darker. There's a specific moment when most people give up on hard things. It's not when the task gets too difficult. It's earlier than that. It's in the gap, the space between starting something hard and feeling the first reward. Running feels terrible for the first 8 minutes. Writing feels impossible for the first 20. Studying feels pointless until something clicks, and that click might take days. Your brain reads this gap as a threat signal. No reward is coming. Abort. Return to the easy option. Stanford neuroscientist Andrew Huberman calls this the cost-benefit calculation. Your prefrontal cortex runs constantly. And right now, for most people, easy screens are always winning that calculation. There's a clinical term for what happens next. It's called learned helplessness with hard activities. Your brain doesn't just avoid the hard thing. It starts generating a story. I'm not a gym person. I'm not a reader. I'm just not disciplined. The story feels true. It isn't. It's a neurological defense mechanism, wearing a personality trait as a costume. But what nobody talks about is what happens on the other side of that gap. Because there's a physiological reward waiting for anyone who gets through it. And it's more powerful than anything a screen can deliver. We'll get there. But first, you need to understand why some people seem to naturally crave hard things, and why that isn't luck. This is the part most self-help content skips entirely. There's a landmark concept from psychiatrist Anna Lem at Stanford. She wrote the book Dopamine Nation in 2021, and her central finding should change how you see discipline forever. Pain and pleasure are processed in the same part of the brain. They share a seesaw. When you tip it one way with excessive pleasure, it snaps back hard toward pain. That's the craving, the restlessness, the emptiness after you close the app. But it works in reverse too. When you tip the seesaw toward discomfort, a cold shower, A hard run, a difficult chapter, it snaps back toward pleasure. Natural, lasting, earned pleasure. Your brain isn't punishing you for working hard. It's paying you with interest. A 2012 study in the journal Neuron found that effort-based rewards you had to work for, produced significantly more sustained dopamine release than passive rewards. Not just more dopamine, longer dopamine, the kind that builds motivation instead of draining it. This is the mechanism behind every person you've ever looked at and thought, how are they so disciplined? They're not suppressing desire. They've trained their brain to desire differently. So how do you actually rewire this? Not with willpower. Willpower is a conscious override of an unconscious system. It's exhausting. It failed. You already know that. You rewire it with repetition and contrast. Here's the exact process neuroscience supports. Step 1. Create a gap before every easy reward. Not forever, just 10 minutes. You want to check your phone? Wait 10 minutes first. You want a snack? Wait 10 minutes first. That gap is where you interrupt the automatic loop. A 2019 study from the University of Toronto found that introducing just a 10-minute delay before a hedonic choice significantly reduced compulsive behavior in participants without requiring motivation. You don't need to want to wait, you just need to wait. Step 2, do the hard thing first. Every time, not because you're punishing yourself, because you're resequencing what comes first in your dopamine story. When effort comes before reward, every single day, your brain starts to associate effort with the onset of a good feeling, not the end of a bad one. This is called operant conditioning, and it doesn't require intelligence or inspiration. It requires consistency. Step 3, notice the after feeling. Name it. This one sounds simple. It's the most underrated tool in neuroscience. After a hard workout, after finishing a difficult task, sit still for 60 seconds and consciously observe how your body feels. Neuroscientist Lisa Feldman Barrett at Northeastern University has shown that naming emotional and physical states with precision, what she calls emotional granularity, actually strengthens the neural circuits associated with those states. You're not just noticing the reward, you're filing it. You're teaching your brain, this is what effort feels like afterward. Do this enough times and something remarkable happens. The craving shifts. Not because you became a different person, because you changed what your brain predicts will feel good. Remember, dopamine fires on prediction, not on reward. Once your brain has filed enough reps of effort, good feeling, it starts predicting that feeling before the effort begins. That's when the alarm goes off, and instead of dread, you feel something closer to anticipation. That's when you sit down to write, and the resistance is softer than it used to be. That's when a hard conversation feels less like a threat and more like something you're equipped for. You haven't built discipline, you've built desire. And here's the single most important fact in this entire video. The brain regions responsible for craving, the nucleus accumbens, the ventral tegmental area, do not distinguish between what you've trained them to crave. They respond to repetition. That's it. Whatever you do repeatedly, they will eventually want to do again. The phone owns that territory right now, but that territory isn't permanent, it's rented, and you can change the tenant. Let's bring this back to earth. You're not going to wake up tomorrow craving difficulty. That's not how neuroscience works. What's going to happen if you apply this is slower and more honest than that. Day 1 will feel like discipline. You'll white-knuckle through the 10-minute gap. You'll finish the workout feeling surprised you did it. Day 10 will feel slightly less forced. Day 30, something will shift. The hard thing won't feel like an enemy anymore. It'll feel more like a habit that carries its own momentum. Day 90, some part of you will be uncomfortable when you don't do it. That discomfort, that low-level pull toward the hard thing, is what you were looking for at the start of this video. That's your brain, finally calibrated for the world you're actually trying to build. Your brain was lying to you at the start of this, telling you the easy path was the satisfying one. Now you know the truth. The satisfying path was always the harder one. You just needed your biology to catch up to what you already suspected. Here's what I want you to do in the next 5 minutes. Pick one hard thing you've been avoiding, just one. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Start the thing. Don't finish it if you can't, just start. When the timer ends, sit still for 60 seconds. Notice how your body feels. Give that feeling a name, even if the name is just less awful than I expected. You just filed your first rep. That's how this starts. Not with motivation, not with a transformation, with one rep. If something in this video made you think differently about how your brain works, there's one more video I'd point you toward next. It's on why overthinking gets worse when you try to stop it, and what the neuroscience says to do instead. It connects directly to everything we covered. If you want more content like this every week, practical, research-backed, no fluff, subscribing means you won't miss it. The hard thing is usually the right thing. Your brain just needs time to agree.